Six Sigma is a problem-solving technique with facts and figures. It started in factories but can now be applied to a wide variety of uses. One of the extremely helpful tools of Six Sigma is referred to as a control plan. A control plan is a report that instructs you on how to maintain a process or a machine in working order. It condenses all the steps and what you have to monitor so nothing goes awry or gets too off track. Control plans are frequently utilized by Six Sigma experts in an attempt to ensure everything continues to function properly. Why is a control plan important? A proper control plan keeps a company away from problems because of errors or faults in the process. It keeps the managers in touch with how the major areas of the process are performing and rectifies them if not. What does a control plan contain? A control plan can have numerous details depending on the project. These are some of the common ones: process flowchart, a picture that tells you the steps in a process and major decisions. CTQs, critical to quality. These are the most significant features of a product or process that have to comply with some standards to uphold the satisfaction of the customer. Process step, each step of the process, like tool preparation, rough polishing, or delivery. Specification attribute, what product feature is being sized, for example, size or shape. Specifications, the precise numbers or bounds for the measurements. Shaft diameter, 4 mm. Measurement method, this describes how the measurements are carried out, using a tool like calipers. Sample size, how many samples are checked. Measurement frequency, how often measurements are taken, like hourly or daily. Corrective action, explanation of any repair that was performed throughout the process. Standards, quality standards and regulations adopted in the process. More documents, more details like who made the measurement, where and when it was done, and version revisions. Things to remember before making a control plan. Creating a control plan is very crucial as it simplifies decision making. Before you begin, you need to sit down and go through the project or product from every possible perspective. In Forrest Breyfogle III, who is an expert on quality, all good control plans possess 7 basic components. 1. Measurements and specifications. The plan must be created after considering what customers need and making sure the end product is customized to meet those requirements. 2. Input and output. You must understand what goes in and what goes out in each step so everything goes correctly and the project remains on schedule. 3. Process design and implementation. The plan must be focused on the core process and include the guidelines and objectives for how it ought to operate. 4. When to check and report. Select when to check and report. This assists in identifying issues early and correcting them in time. 5. Recording. Record information at every step so that you can return and optimize the process later. 6. Corrective actions. It should have a problem-solving mechanism when there are problems. Conclusion. A control plan is an effective manual that makes a project or process go smoothly. By designing measurements, steps, and who does what, it facilitates early detection of problems and their quick resolution.